Did you hear the one about the travelling salesman who turned into a giant cockroach? It was hilarious. Kafka's Metamorphosis. My name is Jim. This is my channel, books, reading and stuff. I don't expect I'll be turning into a giant cockroach during the making of this video. At least I hope not. Metamorphosis, I've just seen in The Guardian's 100 Greatest Novels, a lot of booktubers are talking about. Metamorphosis is number 48 in that list, but it's not a novel. This is Metamorphosis and Other Stories, of which Metamorphosis is just these 52 pages. 52 pages I don't think constitutes a novel. It's a short story, maybe a novella, but that's pushing it. But I've been looking during May for Horror Mayhem at some of Franz Kafka's short stories. I put out a video about In the Penal Colony, and I put out another one about a hunger artist. Now I'm looking at the title one, Metamorphosis, which can be seen through many lenses. There's horror, there's also humour. It's very dark, awkward, absurd humour. People often remember the story as being bleak and horrifying, but it's got a strange comic logic, particularly at the beginning. Gregor Samsa wakes up to be this giant insect, this cockroach maybe, or beetle. It's not clear which. In German it's just a vermin, but he's got these 6 small legs and he's got this hard carapace, this back thing that beetles and cockroaches have. But he's not worried about this fantastic situation particularly. He's worried more about he's going to miss the train. His boss is going to be angry, he's late. He's worried about how exhausting his job is. Gregor tried to imagine whether the chief clerk had ever experienced something similar to what had happened to himself today. Surely it was within the bounds of possibility. I don't think so. I don't know anybody who wakes up as a giant insect. This is a very strange story. It's quite horrific, but it's psychologically horrific, existentially horrific. This travelling salesman, it's about his life, about his relations with his family. He'd been the breadwinner for the family, but now he's turned into a giant insect. He can't go to work. The family resents his presence. His sister for a while is feeding him, but even she's glad when, upon his demise. It's a very strange story. Have you read Metamorphosis? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. When we describe something as Kafkaesque, it's because bureaucracy is just crazy. The chief clerk from the company arrives at Gregor's apartment because he's late for work. Instead of concern for Gregor's well-being, this man has turned into an insect. The conversation is more about his punctuality, his professional reputation. It's like the company still is concerned more about his attendance at work, not this fantastic situation. It exaggerates the dehumanizing nature of work. There's a lot of physical comedy in Metamorphosis. Gregor struggling to roll out of bed with his little legs, trying to unlock the door with his jaws, crawling on the walls and ceilings while terrifying everyone. The image of this enormous bug desperately attempting normal household tasks as this little visual comedy about it, even while it's very disturbing. The narration is very deadpan. Kafka's style is crucial. The narration rarely says that this is shocking or even this is tragic. Instead, everything is described very calmly in a matter-of-fact way. The emotional flatness creates comedy because the narration refuses to react normally to what is an impossible event. The story never explains how Gregor transformed. He just wakes up transformed in this giant It's this giant bug. Everyone gradually accepts it and moves on to the practical aspects like rent, like taking in lodgers, like cleaning Gregor's room. Kafka himself reportedly laughed out loud while reading out passages from the story to his friends. Maybe we take it too solemnly, too seriously. Maybe it was meant as humour. Humour from a German writer. A man wakes up to find himself a giant bug. And the real horror of this isn't the transformation itself, it's the fact that the people stop seeing the man, Gregor Samso, as a real person.